Let's talk about the game, Elsie. Hi, my name is Kurosh, and welcome to another episode of the KJP Show, where we celebrate and elevate indie games and game developers. Today, we're talking about the game Elsie, developed by Night Shift Games and published by Platonic. Elsie is a kind of, it's a cool fever dream in a lot of ways. It's a futuristic Technicolor, cyber, crazy, super cool world where, science and cool things, just all things are flourishing. And there's a doctor who's the scientist that we follow, trying to prevent natural disasters in this world from kind of running amok. It develops these kind of android guardians. They're known as the Guardians. And something goes awry with them, without saying too much, and her last guardian, the intended guardian, Elsie, is who you play as to try to prevent these guardians from running amok, and you're kind of going about it, and you're going through the game then through as Elsie. Let's start with the first thing that really blew me away, and that's the art style and the visuals. It was I cannot profess how much I love Speed Racer, the live action film, and how vibrant and colorful and beautiful that movie is. And Redline is an anime similar to it. This game felt like the game version of those films. There's just so much going on the screen that was just a visual treat to me. At any given moment, I was always impressed by what was showing in the foreground, in the background, in the world, with the effects that are happening based on every ability or attack. It was always a new treat. What is this going to result in? What is going to happen when my parry meets this enemy's projectile or something? And so from that standpoint, I just applaud it because it's so grabbing visually. It looks great on, I think, the TV screen as well as handheld. I played it primarily on Steam, on my Steam Deck. And I have to also say, don't get me started on the character designs. Everything from NPCs to enemy units to Elsie to the other Guardians to Dr. Gray is just done with such creativity and care that you could tell there was a lot of thought put into every one of them, and there was a personality, and there was this is where they fit in this world. There's a world, there's a reason everything's a certain way, and there's a design and a purpose with each one of these, and it's done so well. And I say this with the emphasis on the intent because the gameplay, it's a roguelike platformer, kind of action platformer, I should say, where you're going across 2D. I would liken it to a cross between Mega Man and Dead Cells in many different ways, but it's very much its own thing. And every attempt you do in the roguelike nature is procedurally generated. And so while there is a procedurally generated nature to the gameplay and as you adventure, the characters in the world you live in and the narrative and the unique characters and the dialogue you have and you're faced with, you experience, is so it feels like designed and created for a reason. It doesn't, those elements stand out in that the things that matter don't feel generated procedurally. I think the procedurally generated aspects are done well, and to the favor of what the design of the game is, which is the nature of the loop of trying to rebuild your character, try and change the run, do it differently. And I liked those game design choices and the way that it kind of shapes what Elsie is about. And to speak again to the characters, I really need to speak to the voice acting in this game. It's across the board, it was a standout. I think oftentimes you see a game from to the scale, you often think of larger budget games, larger scope games as where you would see of a lot of voice acting. This game does a great job of making sure that is captured in the packaging and what Elsie is. I think it gives what personality it already has even more and kind of pushes it into that upper echelon. Elsie is voiced by Elsie Lovelock, and the Guardians are each voiced, and Dr. Gray and all these other characters are voiced by a range of amazing actors and actresses and all kinds. And one specific one that I want to note as well is Shelby from Girlfriend Reviews voices one of the Guardians, and I was like, oh shit. Like, I was expecting all these folks from different acting things, from shows and from cartoons and from all these different things. And that's a YouTuber that I follow and watch regularly, her husband. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, it's cool to see. I know there's other YouTubers and other folks as well. But those were, it shined because it just added another layer of like personality to these characters and made them feel more fully defined. And that's to the benefit of the player and to the experience that this game, Elsie, is allowing you to experience. You feel it. You're immersed in it. You feel the world that they live in. It's really cool. And I gotta say too, to the gameplay side, I mentioned how it reminds me of Mega Man and Dead Cells. It's very much its own thing, but it does, I think, the elements and the way in which you go moment to moment, you're running through, you're traversing, you're platforming, you're engaging with enemies, whether you're deflecting attacks, parrying attacks, unleashing your own barrage of attacks, facing boss fights, all of it just blend, like, it's very fun. And it's very just like, there's not a moment wasted. It is very much cognizant of the time you're spending with it and making sure that you feel enriched and you're enjoying yourself. And it runs, I need to again profess how well it runs on Steam Deck. Like, it was the portable way to play was my preferred way. I should say, as is many games, but certain experiences just do so well in the portable space. This is one of those games that I just loved. Like, I was like, I'm ready to pick up a run. I want to do a quick, I was in like a doctor's office, I'm waiting. I want to do a quick run, pause things. I'm waiting for my car to get fixed. I'm going to pop it out, work on a run, play some. It just, wherever I was, it was easy to just jump out and try to do a run or two. And each run just felt rewarding as well. So it worked so well. I just want to praise, I'm a big advocate of Steam Deck, but also I think it's on all platforms. So whether you're on Switch or on another platform, you're going to have a good time. It's going to look great and it's going to play well. So from its stunning art direction, from its amazing voice acting to its awesome gameplay, I think Elsie is like a fever, like I said, it was a fever dream of like, this is all the things that I love and enjoy from in indie games and want to see from indie games. And so I cannot praise this game enough. If any of this sounds or looks interesting to you, I highly encourage you to go check it out. It's available now. And let me know what you think too. I'd love to hear the aspects that really stood out to you, the voice actors or cast that you may know and that I don't know as well. I'm not as well versed in. I'm very curious now to dig deeper into it and check it out and see. I want to know how well you do too, because I've had good runs and I've had bad runs, and I'm like, is it just me, or I wonder how pros are doing at it, or how more people more proficient than I am are doing it. So please let me know what you think, and thank you again for watching another one of my episodes. Till next time, catch you later.